Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel and to the second episode of Frostpunk the Last Autumn. Now, in the last episode, we were getting ready to build the generator itself, and for this we had built the profiles manufacturing and made 8 structural profiles. And in this episode, I hope that we will actually be able to start making the generator itself and getting into stage 2 of construction. We will see how everything is going to go, since most of the time nothing goes as I plan, which is a sad truth for me, unfortunately. Now, we need to get reloading stations, and we apparently built a care house, which is great because that will increase our motivation. And I just noticed that we have a lot of food which we can use to activate evening service, which is going to increase our motivation further. And we do have a lot of wood which we could use to make more structural profiles, and we can actually gain more wood per day. Let's do it. Let's make more, as many as we can. And can we get more workers here? Yes, we can. Let's get more workers. And how many engineers? We can get 3 engineers. Do I wait a bit longer for 5? Let's wait a bit longer so that we can get 5 engineers. Because I want another workshop so that our research is a bit faster. Because we still didn't get the reloading station. Now we could start gathering the materials, but as I said, if possible, I want to get ready for the next stages, let's say. Work standardization. People working on short shifts are well rested. If we plan their work carefully, we can use their potential. Workplaces will be 10% more efficient during short shifts, which is useful since, well, they are working 25% less. And also, we are reducing the work efficiency by 25% by using this, right? And we need get more furnaces or ventilation plant. Let's go with ventilation plant. And let's go with resources, reloading stations, 2 of them, please. I will next be going with another basic dock right over there. Because although we have some coal right over here, I would rather like to get coal from over here as well. And speaking of coal, let's actually start getting some of it. Distraught father. So the distraught father of the sick child wants to talk to you. He begs you to let him go home. I know it means giving up this here job, but I will figure something out. Me family needs me. Me family needs me, sir. Please let me get back to him. Yes, we will lose 1 worker. Keep working. Doctors cost money. This seems like something really heartless. We will let him go. I would never want anyone to hear something like that from the boss, because it is something disgusting, I would argue. And we need more research. We will need machine shop next.
2 seconds later.
We could also go for protective structure, actually. Let's go for protective structure. That will enable us to increase the safety level temporarily. And once it gets morning, we will be gathering resources from the dogs, so this will be completed. And we won't need to worry about it any longer. I will want you to collect coal, but we don't have the workers anymore. They are still making 2 more profiles, so let's let them be. And we can get another wall. What shall it be? 2 shifts would be nice. Or we could go for more motivation. Let's go for more motivation. This one's also steel. A lot of things I just noticed want steel, so that is a bit of an issue. Generator structure. Now that you have the basic infrastructure, it is time to start with the construction of the generator. Build a profiles manufacture, then produce 8 structural profiles. That will allow you to set up the shaft structure. We already did that. And with pressing G, you can see how ahead of schedule we are. We are 4 days ahead of the schedule right now, which is good because we will need it. Oops, wrong button. I will say put it down, but I will not be sending people just yet. I will try to use the time that I have. And you are done. So you can go on right over there, and you can go on right over there. We need a lot more steel right now. Promised rest. So people complain that short shift law you signed some time ago still has not been put into effect. I have heard enough promises in my life. I'm not going to wait forever, says an old welder. A foreman nods and says, if our boss counts on us for getting what he said, he's going to be disappointed. And it is hard to keep motivation up when people feel they have been cheated. What? Why? There was no need for that. I will only give you rest if it is necessary. Let's go with machine shop research. And I absolutely forgot about this. We need as many people as possible. I need 3 more housing. And this place is finally free, so we can build actually some tents right over there. Let's do that. The shift is over. And I also need a ventilation plant. And I want you to be on short shifts. And turned off for now. I mean, we don't have even coal for that. Let's go right over here. House of Pleasure. People, not Chapel. Public house, and let's put you down right over here, maybe? No, let's leave that be. I want you next to the telegraph station. And our hunting grounds are empty. Not great. Nesting place, let's go right over there. We are still 4 days ahead of schedule. Everything is still fine. We also need another reloading station right over there. When are the extra people coming? In 7 hours, that isn't good. By the time they get here, everything will be complete anyways. Generator 1 steam core, and I don't have any steam cores left. Great, perfect, everything is going great. Let's go with research, food and health, resources. Let's go with more forages. I need to send people right over there to open the public house. A taste of home. So although many people back home are facing starvation, a well-off relative of one of our engineers sent him a large parcel full with treats. Should we hold on to the food? It may trouble or, God forbid, fuel a parallel economy. Give the man his parcel, confiscate the parcel, we will get 50 food rations. I mean, we don't need the food rations, so let's let them be. Great, these guys are off work, so I can send them right over there. We have more workers. I will be sending some of them right over there. Some of them right over there, and some of them right over there. I also need 1 more worker. We don't need that much wood anymore, at least not for now. Lake full of fish, collapsed mine. Let's go to the lake full of fish. We need food rations. I mean, not urgently, but we will need it eventually. And also, let's get some resource depots going. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 since everything is very much expensive to make, might as well be able to store more resources. Let's go with food rations for now. Also, I have 5 engineers available, I believe, so... How many workers do I have? 109. How much coal do we get per day? 360. How much does this use per day? 200 per day. So we could start building, I guess. 3 days. I will start building once it gets down to 2 days, I guess. Something's happening. High motivation. So people are so highly motivated that many of them perform their jobs with enthusiasm. The efficiency in all workplaces rises as a result. All workplaces work with 30% efficiency, plus 30% efficiency, so we gain resources a whole lot quicker. Explore. There is plenty of fish in this lake. We could stay here for a few days and catch them. Set up camp. The steel over here is apparently full. The steel over here is nearly full. Coal over here is still low. I will let them keep working over there. I will send some of them there, some of them here, some of them there, and that. Let's start working on it. I'm not awaiting it to be very quick, but it should be fine. Let's also get foragers carter so that they are faster. And we need another foragers quarters. Yeah, my placement is awful, I guess. And we still have 3 engineers. Do we need to go for extra of that? No, let's take some workers out of there so that we can send them right over there. Administrative things. Let's go with hearty meals. Oh, let's go with medical repetition. This is gone. And I will be building the next one right over here somewhere. Do I go over there? Let's go over here. Build the road. Everything is going actually really great right now. I am not opening this right now because we don't need it. You can work right over there.
Get some rest, people.
And we do not have people working available to work right over there right now. And we need to start now working on it completely, so... Where do we get 25 people out? This is going to be the question. Definitely not over here. We'll stop gathering the wood. We don't need the coal. But coal isn't going to be that important right now, right? Yeah, we will just be losing 18 per day, so it's going to be fine. 20 people more over there, and let's get 5 people out of you, or 2 people out of here and 3 people out of there. Great. Now that is complete as well. We need steam cores and more workers. I could have actually gone for 2 steam cores and 5 workers now that I think about it. Might have been better. Let's go for faster gathering and resource depots could be great. Let's increase our motivation further.
Good morning, people. Time to get busy.
We are working quick. So something's happening. Bad omen. This morning the camp is strangely quiet. People pass the bad news in hushed voices, and all is perched atop the scaffolding, despite it being broad daylight. They were superstitious even in the best of times, but here in this remote harsh place, they see it as a worst omen. As a worst omen? Worse than a herd of black cats. The construction site workers refuse to return to work while the bloody bird sits there. They also say to shoot away would bring even worse luck. What shall we do? Let's wait. Construction will stop for 4 hours. Shoot it away. Discontent will rise. I don't care about discontent. Something else is happening. Toxic gases. So, we have a situation. We have detected dangerous concentrations of toxic gases across the whole construction site. Breathing them will make people sick, but we will keep them working. We have no choice. The gases are venting from the depths of the source and their toxicity level changes constantly. We will monitor it and warn you about any changes in 24 hours. Let's do this. Faster gathering is research, so let's go for resource depots. By the way, I'm keeping a close eye on the progress bar because something very bad is going to happen.
Quitting time.
I hope that the toxicity level will not increase the next day, or I will be very, very sad. People, let's build one there, and one there. Could be enough for the people that are coming. More than enough. We have got double the actual amount we need. 15 workers arrived. Let's order another shipment of steam cores. And yeah, people are getting sick. Maybe it is time to get something against it. Like extra food rations or overcrowding. Let's go for the next level. Let's go with overcrowding or extra rations. Let's go with overcrowding.
New company rules are in place.
I don't want to give them thing. I think it is time that we do this. Just to be on the show side. Yep. And this is what I meant. Workers trapped. Sir, an explosion in the generator's foundations caused the tunnel collapse, trapping several workers. Fortunately, we have a rescue team on hand. Thanks to our dedication to safety, a group of workers has been training for just such an emergency. Send the rescue team. Now, the reason why I used the protective structure is so that we could raise our safety to safe level from harmful. Because if we hadn't done this, I couldn't have sent the rescue team, and I would have had to destroy some of my progress to actually save the people. Let's send the rescue team. Discontent will rise. There's nothing that we can do about that, but it will drop eventually anyways. And construction site on strike. And I accidentally clicked on it. Whoopsie. Strike. Negotiate. Workers are on strike. Workers are angry and refuse to work. They shout about exploitation, terrible working conditions, and deadly dangers they face daily. Where am I exploiting you, and what terrible working conditions? I mean, yeah, sure, these are not great working conditions, but still. Hot meals, acceptable. Who should we lean on? The first strike is over, but it won't be the last. We need to address the labor issue if we are to finish the generator on schedule. Workers would like to be given a voice and be involved in decisions while engineers promise you results if you rely on their expertise, on their proven expertise. Will you empower the workers and establish the labor union, or strengthen the engineer's role and build the factory inspectorate? I always go with workers because I once did go with engineers and it was absolutely awful. I don't know, maybe I couldn't play it that well, might be the reason, but I feel like workers is just an easier choice and I will be going with the labor's union. And this, by the way, is accounted as a law, so I can't really make any kind of other law for a while, for 2 days. How many days do I... Okay, 3 days. I was worried for a second. And this is the labor's union. Let's build it. When will this be finished? In 4 hours? In this day? No, it will be finished tomorrow. We need a machine workshop and we need to work on it as well. We have completed that thing. Let's go with optimized materials. This will reduce the amount of wood that we need to produce structural profiles. Let's do this. I will be sending people and I need... How many do I need? I don't know. Let's make as many as we can. I believe 25, right? Do I need 25? I'm not so sure. How much steel is left? Not much. We are not gathering any coal, which is also fine. We are producing exactly 200. So we are not gaining, but we are also not losing any coal, which is acceptable. Let's see. What usage can we make right now, by the way? Nothing related to food. That is not important. We can upgrade the docks. And we can upgrade this sawmills to steam sawmills. How much does it give per day? 120. So it is what, 25% increase? But this is also a 25% increase. If I go for this, if I can go for this. And this later on. I don't know. Well, I will most likely be going for the upgraded docks next. At least that is how I plan it for now. The Steam Exchange redesign is a 4th level. Research, I am not happy about that. Let's finish this as soon as possible, please. And stage 1 completed. Next milestone, build the foundations. Before laying the foundations which will support the massive bulk of the generator, you have to send your workers deep below the ground level and install the powerful tower pumps. Okay, so what do I need? Tower pumps, 110 steam exchanges, and pressure valve 110 structural profiles. The structural profiles should be fine. Yeah. And we also now have 50 workers available. I will be shutting you off. Short work shifts. More people over there. Let's start sending them back to their respective workplaces. We need more workers. Abandoned site. Congratulations on completing your first milestone on schedule. Meanwhile, after funding cuts and a catastrophic accident at Site 107, the project was scrapped and remaining workers scheduled for evacuation. If you can spare the men, order foragers to search these coordinates and recover whatever materials you can. We will have far from enough generators to evacuate everyone should the unthinkable happen. Your task is now even more important. We shall double our efforts. And I shall build... Oh, I already did. I need 50? I thought it is just 5 again. Is an issue? Budur photography. So one of our people received a passionate letter from a lady friend together with a highly suggestive photograph. Are we to allow this shameless debauchery? Confiscate the picture, leave the picture, I will confiscate it. Because I know Min, and Min will fight. How far ahead of schedule? Are we 5 days ahead? And this will be where I leave this episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you did, I would be very much happy if you were to leave a like. And I hope to see all of you in the next episode.